cultural group has their own style with how they speak their language. So when someone learns another language like English, it's very natural to speak it in the cultural style of your first language. So we have Abdul, who's from India. That language, I would describe it as very monotone. Not only is it monotone, but the syllable segments tend to be very short. And because the syllable segments are very short, more muscular force is being brought to the speech than what's necessary for English. So today we're going to get you out of this monotone style and get you into the American cultural style that I compare to a staircase. It's a very easy analogy to get. And you're going to find that it's going to take that force away. It's going to get you out of that monotone style, because the biggest feature that you have going on right now is you are speaking your English pretty much in the Hindi style. But once
I know 4 languages. I know 4 languages. I can speak 4 languages. I'm speaking how these 4 languages affect English accent.
Well, it's mostly influenced with the first language that you learned. But that was a really nice example because everything you said there was very monotone, meaning it was very, very straight. And in a couple of hours, you're going to be speaking in a nice melody style, and you'll see that that's changing. So my guess is you're probably speaking all of your languages in the cultural style of the first language that you learned. But now we're going to get you to speak English in the American cultural style, and that's going to make a big difference. And the Russian, very much culturally spoken in the lower posterior region of the throat, whereas American English is very much spoken in the oral cavity. Not all Russian speakers are monotone. You do get some inflections. Some are monotone. It depends where you're from. But the goal for you will be the same thing, to get you out of that monotone style, speaking in the variety of different pitch tones, and we're going to work on making you more oral, getting you out of this neighborhood and into this one, which is definitely the big feature for French. Very posterior laryngeal, also bringing in some nasal resonance, because we're so far back into the throat, launching speech from here, that we also get a lot of that nasal resonance. And if you ever watch anything like Saturday Night Live or sitcoms, people kind of make fun of the French being all oh, ho, ho, bringing in that nasality, because that's a cultural feature that really pops from that language. So we're seeing all of these nice examples. Everybody in this room is speaking English. And what is your first language?
Nepali.
Oh,
Nepal.
yes, you're from Nepal.
Yeah, it's almost same as monotone.
Yes. And you know, very just that Asian cultural style. So that, and a lot of languages are monotone. American English is so distinctly unique with the intonation. Many languages tend to be monotone. And in fact, I've had clients say very funny things. Not only that you'll find that once we learn the American intonation, I'm going to be saying bring more range of motion to your oral cavity. Make your jaw drop more. Make your lips spread. And I had a client from India that said the funniest thing. I was working with him privately. We were on our second session. I said, oh, you're doing such a great job with the American intonation. I would like for you to move your jaw a little bit more. He goes, oh my gosh. You can have an entire conversation with an Indian and never see us move our jaw once. And that's the cultural piece that's influencing the speech.